Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is ReNDoG moonwalking down the Netherloop in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, with a little bit of a journey. We're going to be taking ourselves to one of the scariest bases ever created in all of Hermitcraft history. A base that is going to help us out a little bit with our nether drive project, because we're trying to collect a double chest of all the items in Minecraft and we're not doing too good. And I've been in touch with one of the hermits on the server. They're going to help us out a little bit today, because on this server, and indeed on every Hermitcraft server, there is a particular hermit that loves himself a little bit of iron. In fact, this hermit loves iron so much that every season of Hermitcraft, he endeavors to create an absolutely insane iron farm. And, well, iron is a pretty useful item if you're trying to collect all of the items in Minecraft, because it creates a whole bunch of them. Welcome, everybody, to the madness that is the Tangotek base on the Hermitcraft Season 5 server. And you know what? It's actually perfect that it's nighttime right now, because we get to see this base in all of its glory. And guys, isn't this place magnificent? I don't think we've been here before, or we might have been here earlier on in the season when there wasn't much to see. But as you can see, Tango has been working his hermit butt off out here, man, creating a spectacle that I've got to say is one of the most impressive builds I have ever seen in Minecraft Survival. I mean, this is just insanity right here. I have no idea what it is. I think it's just a sort of evil base that has somehow, I don't know, manifested itself from within the depths of the nether. And perhaps some sort of an evil monster unknown to Minecraft as of yet lives in this place. But my goodness, is it absolutely gorgeous here, isn't it? Look at this place, man. I do believe there is a landing platform around here somewhere. Shall we take a quick tour of this place? It looks magnificent. Hang on. I think I might have flown past the landing platform. Oh, there's a little bit of a landing platform. Okay, so it's a little bit of a mission to get in here. You got to have your elytra skills going at full blast. There we go. Coming in for landing. Nice. Yeah, this is it, man. This is Tango's base. There are so many items in here, it kind of makes me a little bit jelly, because, well, I'm trying to collect all the items in this freaking game, and it looks like Tango's one step ahead of me over here. I think there is another platform up here, actually. Yes, this is where all the good stuff is. This is where the good stuff is, baby, and I do believe up here we've got a whole bunch of iron that Tango has been collecting from his iron farm that he created in Season 5. Usually, Tango makes something called the Iron Titan. This season, Tango has created something a little bit different called the Iron Phoenix. And it is pretty spectacular the way that it collects iron. I think it's over here. Yes, here it is. Look at this, guys. Absolute madness right here. We got a couple of, what are these things called? They're not vexes. I don't know what they're called. But the way that this thing works, guys, is you've got a whole bunch of villagers spawning up there. And those villagers create iron golems which fall down this tube into this killing platform. And then these horrible things over here kill the golems using their spike edge. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get this thing to trigger. I think there's a couple of things that we need to actually do to get the Iron Phoenix fired up. But yeah, this is absolute insanity out here. Redstone coming out the wazoo. My brain melts as soon as I see this thing. I don't even know what is going on over here. It just looks like absolute madness to me. There's a villager traveling up that chute over there. No idea what's happening. But yeah, from the Iron Phoenix, Tango is able to generate pretty much an insanity infinite amount of iron, which is awesome. And I've had a chat to Tango, and he is happy for us to take a little bit of iron from here so that we can start filling up the nether drive. But man, this is such a magnificent build. Absolutely crazy. This has been a really insane season of Hermitcraft, hasn't it, guys? The bases on this server for Season 5 are truly something special, man. Look at all of this detail work, man. Us Hermits have been putting in the grind this season, baby. And it is looking amazing. I love these scorpion tail things. Actually really terrifying. This is one of the most terrifying bases I've ever seen in Minecraft, man. Jeez, Tango, doesn't this give you a heart attack every time you log into the server living in this absolutely insane, evil place? Absolutely crazy. Anyway, guys, we got a little bit of stuff to do back at the Netherboard today too. So let me pick myself up a little bit of iron. We'll head over there, make ourselves some iron things to fill up the nether drive. And then we've got a couple of loose ends to tie up at the Netherboard today. So it should be a good afternoon of Minecrafting, my friends. Oh yes, guys, it has been a fantastic morning for the Nether Drive project. And a massive thanks to Tango for all of the iron. I have managed to make a double chest of iron pickaxes, axes, swords, helmets, chest plates, leggings, boots, tripwire hooks, flint and steel, mine carts, iron nuggets, iron fences, shields, and I've also made a little bit of dye out of the cactus farm and dye farm that we have on the Netherboard. Some red dye, some yellow dye, some lime green dye, and some buckets too. So that's awesome. We now have, well, a whole bunch more double chests worth of items that we'll never actually use. Completely pointless, but pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. Slowly but surely, we are filling up this Nether Drive project, and it is great. Here are all the dyes over here. Beautiful stuff, man. Feeling good about that. And yeah, I'll get all of these into the Nether Drive off camera. But guys, we got some important things to do today. I'm trying to find my shovel. I think it's around here somewhere. We're back to the Nether Drive. Last episode we were at the Mobilisa. Things are going real good out there. We're almost at the point where the Mobilisa is completed and ready to rumble. Where is my shovel? That is a very good question. Just a little bit more work to do out there at the Mobilisa, and then we can get cracking. So I thought what we do today is come back to the Nether Drive and start working on a few unfinished projects that we have out here. Where is my shovel? I'm very confused right now. Paul seems to have vanished off the face of the earth. I think it's probably in my nether chest, or ender chest, should I say. Man, this place is an absolute mess. I worked so hard a few episodes ago to organize this base, and, well, we're back at having a whole bunch of chests all over the place filled with absolute nonsense. There is Paul the Dirt Grinder. Hi. Welcome back to my inventory, my dude. Anyway, I thought we'd come back to the Nether Drive today, guys. Do a little bit of work out here on a few outstanding projects that have cropped up. Number one, this storage facility over here that is collecting cactuses and nether wartage from the Wartport drive over there, and the Cactus Green TI. And, well, things are going pretty good on the collection side of things. Let me show you guys how much nether wart we've managed to get. Almost a double chest of nether wart here. And I think we probably have a ridiculous amount of cactuses now. Yeah, a ridiculous amount of cacti. Unfortunately, I haven't really thought about or worked on the design of this storage facility, so I thought we would do that today. And it's a little bit of a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, how do we get in and out of this place? That Enderpearl's going to send me all the way away from this area. I've been thinking, trying to figure out a way how to get in and out of this place, right? Because what we're going to do is add a roof on top of here, which is probably going to go over these pipes, which are delivering the items from the farms. But how do we actually get down here? I thought maybe we could install a ladder or something, but I thought that would be a little bit boring. Maybe we do something a little bit more interesting, and maybe we have an entrance into the storage facility somewhere around here, a little bit similar to how we have an entrance into Storage Module Beta over at the Von Butts Industrial Park. So maybe we could have an entrance down here, for example, or maybe even a little bit further back. Let's see what we can do out here. So perhaps we start over here and make a sort of staircase or something. We'll make it 3 blocks wide so we can work a little bit on the design. And this is going to have to take us all the way down to the bottom level of this new storage facility. And then we can turn the corner there, take a sort of quick left turn there to get into the storage facility. And that could be an interesting way for us to get in here. I also need to work on the walls of the internal structure of this storage facility. Get some freaking uranium traces up in there, make the place look absolutely fantastic. So quite a lot of work for us to do here on the Nether Drive, my friends. Tell you what, I'm going to get down to some serious, well, excavating, it looks like. That's what we're doing right now. Maybe see if I can connect this tunnel up to our brand new storage drive. All right, that should work out pretty good, guys. The staircase is going to take us all the way down into our brand new storage area, which I suppose we should be calling storage module Zeta, I guess, as we've already got a beta and an alpha. I suppose this is storage module Zeta. That's pretty cool. And I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with it. I kind of want to make it just a really thin little room like this, right? I think that could be pretty sweet. The only problem that we have is that the way that I've designed the storage facility in the center is that we don't have uneven numbers down this passageway, which means at the back of the wall here, we're probably going to have a solid tracer of uranium, which I think will look kind of cool, but at the same time, maybe we do want to go around the back here and be able to walk through that. Although I don't know, man, it's a little bit weird. It's turned into kind of not really a storage facility, more like a storage corridor. Right? Anyway, we'll deal with that when we get to that part of the project. Let's get going with the top section of it, though. And I think what I'm going to do is just exactly what I did over at Storage Module Beta. Try and keep these things nice and consistent, right? Whenever we have some sort of a staircase taking us down into a facility, let's make it look exactly the same. The thinking behind that being, of course, that this is supposed to be a giant motherboard, a computer system. So all of the components that get installed are generally going to be quite similar, right? Or if not similar, they're going to be exactly the same. So we'll have like an entrance over here. I think this is how we'll get in. And I suppose we're going to have to push some of this back a little bit too, so that we can get in there. And there is actually a bit of water down there. Nice. Did we cover this up at one point? Yes, we did. Is there any mycelium down there? That's the real question. Okay, no mycelium, but there is flowing water, which is a little bit noisy. That's fine. We'll deal with that a little bit later on. So this is how we're going to get in. Beautiful. And I suppose what we're going to need is a uranium tracer line in here. Maybe what we should do is take a quick look at how we did it over at Storage Module Beta. Because I kind of think I know how I've done it, but I need to jog the memory over here, I think. This is what I'm talking about. This tiny little entranceway over here, right? Which looks pretty sweet. And yeah, what we have here is a uranium tracer following the uranium roads. And this takes us all the way down into Storage Module Beta over there. And what we have on the outside, okay, so it's just black concrete with a little bit of orange glass surrounding it. So it's kind of like a terminal, I suppose, to get into the storage facility. So I need to emulate this. Yeah, this is kind of easy. We could do this. Guys, it's happened again. I have severely underestimated the complexity of this particular task. Because while the entrance into our new storage facility is starting to look pretty sweet, there's actually still a ridiculous amount of stuff that we need to do. Not only, of course, do we need to finish the staircase going down, but I've just realized something. Our brand new storage facility out here, it's not connected to the nether drive in any way. It is not getting any power. It needs to be connected to the uranium tracer network, which is this thing over here, which means I'm going to have to run a new tracer from this position somewhere, probably all the way through here, and then take a right turn and go all the way across here and get rid of all of this tree growing platform that I've been using to connect up our new storage facility to the nether drive. Unfortunately, in the way are a bunch of chests with a whole bunch of junk in them, and that makes me kind of sad because I'm going to have to do some cleanup around here. Anyway, the entrance is done, looking pretty awesome. I guess what I'm going to work on now is getting this uranium tracer line installed. I mean, no one's going to do it for me. I'm just going to have to get to it, knuckle down and do some cleanup of some chests and start opening up a little bit of space here, and this will get our brand new entrance connected to the nether drive, and then we can say from a lore perspective, for all of you lore nerds out there, that our new storage facility is actually connected to the nether drive and that all the juices are flowing up in this beautiful base over here. So yeah, let me get down to some serious chest cleanage, my friends. We'll see you in about an hour, I guess. Good news, guys. This little project is slowly but surely coming together and it's looking pretty freaking sweet, man. The bad news is it's taken me the whole freaking day, and that's because I've made a couple of fatal layout errors. But I've managed to fix it all. I've got this beautiful uranium tracer line installed over here. Hang on, we just need one final tweak over there. There we go. Now we have plugged in our brand new storage facility into the netherboard, which is fantastic. And we can get down into the storage facility via this uranium tracer, which I've just installed here. And actually, it looks pretty cool with the double block wide uranium tracer. I think that looks pretty sweet, man. And I think we will keep the interior of our storage facility just as a storage corridor, because we don't really have any space to do anything else. However, I have had to shift this entire build one block in this direction. I had to move the entire thing. In fact, I had already built the tracer line and I'd already set up the little lobby area, and I had to shift everything over by one block. And that's because of this connection over here. We got the borderline of the storage facility over here, and the original design for this was actually sitting over here. And the OCD inside of my soul was going absolutely mental. There was no ways I could allow this to happen. So I had to take the whole thing down, remake the corridor, redig the entryway, all of that jazz, but it's looking freaking sweet, man. And we are almost done with this project. I guess all I need to do now is start working out exactly what the roof of the storage facility is going to look like. I kind of want to see the pipes going into the storage facility from the cactus farm and from the Netherboard farm too. I think that's going to look really sweet. Plus, we've got this tracer coming out the back of it, so maybe we could have this tracer go all the way over the top of it, almost like a wrapping paper or something, a little bit like we did actually at the dye farm. Let's do a quick fly over there to take a look. Yeah, a little bit like this, right, with the tracer running over the top of it. I really like that. And how we have here on the Nether drive also. Houston, we have a problem. Guys, I have run into a little bit of a symmetry conundrum out here on the storage module Zeta build. Can you figure out what it is? Oh man, even though I'm super happy with the entry hall into our new storage facility, unfortunately we have failed to install this component correctly onto the Netherboard. Let me try to explain. Every single other component that we've installed here has a uranium tracer line running around its foundations, right? You can see on all of the different buildings here, we have got a line of uranium that goes all the way around our different facilities. And unfortunately, with the way that I've designed storage module Zeta right now, I have no idea whether we're going to be able to do exactly the same thing on the very edge of the Netherboard. The base looking absolutely magnificent at night, isn't it? Jeez. Thanks for sleeping those in. Let's get a little bit of light up in this business, man. Let me try to explain what the problem is over here, right? So I've been trying to figure out exactly what storage module 8 is going to look like on the surface. But then I realized that we are missing some uranium traces that should be running all the way around the circumference of the storage facility. And let's come back together here for a few minutes and see if we can figure something out here. Unfortunately, what's happening here is we've got these pipes going into the storage facility, which sort of overrun the tracer lines that would go around here. And of course, our entry lobby that we've installed here is sitting flush against the storage facility here too. So if we were to install some uranium tracer lines here, they would sort of end rather abruptly over here and look maybe a little bit weird, a little bit janktastic, a little bit out of place. And of course, we wouldn't be able to do it over here, or we might, I suppose, but we've got the pipe right here. So where would we squeeze in that uranium tracer over here? It's almost as if I need to move this entire lobby basically to this position over here so that I can squeeze the uranium tracers around storage module Zeta so that we can keep synergy up in this business. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do, guys. By the magic of the interbubs and the fact that I get to play Minecraft all day, every day of my life, guys, I have now moved the storage lobby for the third time today, all the way out of the way from storage module Zeta, and I've been working on a brand new design here for the uranium traces that are going around the storage facility. I've been trying lots and lots of different designs out here to find a way to get these pipes to incorporate quite nicely with this build. And I kind of got a little bit of inspiration by what we did out here at the Skelebyte processing unit. This is our skeleton farm over here. And if we take a quick look at this, you guys can see that there are these sort of pipes coming out of this thing over here. And these are supposed to be support clips, right? You know, on a motherboard, in a computer motherboard, you sometimes have these clips that hold the components down. Especially like the clip that holds the CPU down, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I've been trying to emulate that here at storage module Zeta. These things running over our item transport pipes, they're there to sort of hold the pipes down onto the Netherboard, right? So that they don't bend upwards or they can't be moved or something like that. I don't know. But they're also a part of the uranium traces that are going around storage module Zeta. I think it's looking kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. It's a design that we haven't really tried here in the Nether the Netherboard yet. You know, it's something a little bit different to what we've been doing with the other buildings, so I kind of like that. And all I need to do now is finish off this final uranium tracer line here around the outskirts of storage module Zeta. Can you guys tell that this project has literally sucked the brain of the ReNDoG out, spat it out on the floor, and let an entire city of humans walk over it. The brain, that is. It's been quite a day of Minecrafting here, guys, going back and forth on this build. And even though it looks like the simplest and smallest of builds, it's actually turned out to be rather complicated, which is one of the joys and I suppose one of the frustrations of Minecraft, right? The smallest things can sometimes turn out to be the most complicated. But if we can get this sorted, guys, I think it's going to look really, really sweet. So we just got one more thing to do here. I think maybe we'll go an orange block down there, and then that will rejoin the uranium tracer lines. And then all we need to do is get a little bit of a light source here into the uranium. And yes, I know, guys, I can hold shift on uranium, okay? You guys think I'm brand new at Minecraft? Don't answer that. I'm on fire right now. Hold on. There we go. All right, good. Nice one, Ren. Get your butt out of the uranium tracer line. Listen, there's a lot of nether power traveling through this power line right now, okay? It's very, very deadly if stood upon. Let's just get the final little bit of glass here on top of the uranium tracer. And we should be good to go with this particular part of the build. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. I think maybe what we could do is run the tracer all the way to this position on this side. I mean, I need to do a little bit of tweaking here and there just to get the place looking as awesome as possible. And we'll probably need to run some orange around here too. And obviously, we still need to work on the top of storage module Zeta, which I guess is going to be the next and final part of this project, is trying to figure out exactly what the top is going to look like. I was hoping to... I ran out of glass over here. I was hoping to be able to do that today, guys, but it looks like I've run out of time if I look over at my watch right now. So I'm going to have to say goodbye for now, and I'm completely out of orange glass. Is that for reals? Yeah, I'm going to have to go get some orange glass and carry on with this project next episode. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do, my friends. You smackety-smack that like button. You know I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to jangle the notification bell so that you can get a notification whenever we go live here on Hermitcraft or any of the other series on my channel. Thank you for watching, guys. ReNDoG signing out after a long day of Minecrafting on the Hermitcraft server. We'll smell you all in the next episode.